Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our March stakeholder meeting. Today is March 17th, 2022. We're going to officially call this meeting to order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Chief Reed. You may be seated. Next on our agenda is approval of minutes from last meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes from that meeting as written.
All right, it's been moved by Mr. Michael and seconded by Mr. Dixon. Thank you. All right, and then we have the adoption of the agenda for today. I don't think we have anything that we need to change or edit, so we're just going to proceed on as planned. To those of you watching via Zoom, Facebook, or whatever instrument that you're using to view our meeting will not be long tonight, but we do have lots of important information to share, but we will not be before you long this evening. So we will begin as normal with presentations and special recognitions. And so we are going to start with recognizing some staff members from Webster Elementary School who represent our core values as a district. First, we have Mr. Fernando Williams, who is being acknowledged for the core value of accountability. We have Paula Gainwell being recognized for the core value of compassion. Is that compassion? Okay, because it's yellow and I can't really see. And then Yvette Miles for the core value of teamwork. Nakia Jenkins for the core value of commitment, and Miss Leora Hooper for the core value of integrity. So let's give it up to these 5 staff members from Webster Elementary School. No one told me that it's printed here in white very clearly on the left-hand side. I don't know why I was straining trying to read the flag. Moving on. All right, we have one student that we are recognizing this month, Mr. Justice Robinson, who is the Thomas E. Randall CTC Career Technical Center Student of the Month. So congratulations to Mr. Robinson. We are also recognizing one of our staff members, Ms. Shalaria Jackson, on receiving her business analyst certification and is now enrolled in summer coursework with the Harvard Business School online. So congratulations and to Ms. Shalaria Jackson. Right here, she is one of our rising employee stars. All right. Oh, look at you. Congratulations also are in order to our very own Executive Director of Operations. He is no longer Mr. Harrison Michael, he is Dr. Harrison Michael. We are definitely proud of him for the successful defense of his dissertation from the Jackson State University. So congratulations to Mr. Dr. Michael, excuse me. How many years did it take? Okay, thank you. Doesn't matter how long, it just matters that you finish. All right, and then we're going to move quickly on to the superintendent's report, again, which will be very brief. As always, although our meetings are online, any of our stakeholders, parents, teachers, students, community members, if you have questions, comments about anything, you can email your questions to us at questions@masd.k12.ms.us. If you are watching via Facebook, you can simply type in your feedback in the not the chat box, but what do you call it? The comments section on Facebook. And if you are watching, excuse me, it's first we got the spring break, still getting adjusted. And if you're watching via Zoom, you can type in your questions, feedback, or comments in the chat box. And we do have staff members who are monitoring all 3. And when we get to agenda item 10, community voice, we will address your feedback at that time. All right, as always, we like to keep folks up to date with our confirmed cases. And if I'm not mistaken, this has not changed since our, what month is this?
It hadn't changed.
So it hasn't changed since February. Since our February stakeholder meeting, we have not had any additional confirmed cases. So our 429 count still remains the same. And that is reflected here on the tracking chart that we track every single month at every single building and every single building within the district. And as you can see, our cases have drastically decreased. We had 119 in Yazoo and 112 in Humphreys in the month of January when we were dealing with the Omicron variant, and we decreased all the way to 26 and 12. And so far in March, we have 0. So that brings us to, we addressed this last week, when will our, or last month, when will our masks become optional? They are optional now. Masks in schools and the district offices will be optional for staff and students as long as community levels remain low, as monitored and reported by the CDC and the Mississippi Department of Health. And so we check the community levels on the CDC's website every single week, and they are low. They have been low, and they are still low. And while they are low, masks are optional. Of course, if you feel as if you need to wear a mask to keep yourself healthy and safe, you have the right to do so. But we will continue to make masks optional as long as the community levels are low. All right, I think we announced our staff, but we have not announced our community. I do want to thank all of our stakeholders within the community who provided us feedback on our 2 calendar options, calendar option A and calendar option B. The feedback that we received overwhelmingly suggested that most folks wanted us to go with option B, and so that is a decision that we made. However, we are giving everyone at least a year's notice, advance notice, to begin to prepare for what may possibly be an introduction of a calendar similar to option A for the 23-24 school year, because we do know that we have lots of areas to continue to focus on. We know that our students need additional help and support, and we know that that innovative and flexible calendar gives us additional days and additional ways in which we can address and support our students, and it's definitely the direction that we do want to move in the future. But for the upcoming year, we will go with calendar option B. All right. Also, I want to thank all of the staff, parents, and students who participated in our hiring exercises. We interviewed several principal candidates last month. We didn't know exactly what vacancies we were going to have, but we were glad that we had parents and students and staff to give us feedback on some of our applicants, and we are happy to announce that we have 2 new principals who will be leading both of our high schools. Here we have Dr. Kevin Fuller, who will be the Yazoo City High School principal beginning in the 22-23 school year. Dr. Fuller is coming to us from Claiborne County, I believe. He is the principal of Port Gibson High School. So we're definitely excited to have him with us. I heard somebody yesterday say they pronounce Port Gibson. They said Port Gibson. Is that how we say it? Okay. All right. Anyway, welcome, Dr. Fuller. We are definitely excited and looking forward to having you. And also, we are happy and excited to welcome Ms. Courtney Jackson. She will be the incoming principal at Humphreys County High School. Ms. Jackson is also an experienced high school principal. She is currently working for the Bailey Agency, providing instructional and leadership support to various schools throughout the state. She was the past principal of Coahoma County High School. And so we are definitely excited to welcome Ms. Courtney Jackson into the Mississippi Achievement School District family, and we're looking for great things to continue to happen at Humphreys County High School. All right, and hot off the press, we are excited to announce the MASD district-wide job fair. You probably haven't heard of it yet because we just decided to have it yesterday. It will take place on Thursday, March 31st from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the McCoy Elementary Cafeteria. And so we have several openings across our district in both Humphreys County and Yazoo City. We are looking for elementary teachers, English, math, science, secondary teachers, PE teachers, teacher assistants, food service workers, bus drivers. We're looking for an ELA high school instructional coach, speech language pathologist, special education teachers, the whole 9 yards. We need it all. And so if you have applied for any of these positions, or if you have not, we are inviting all to come out on Thursday, March 31st. We will be interviewing and hiring on the spot. So spread the word. We will continue to market and get the word out, but we're encouraging everyone who wants to be a part of this dynamic, wonderful district to participate in our hiring fair. We do have an abnormal number of vacancies this year, and most of those vacancies are the result of I'm not going to get into why, but we do have several vacancies. So we are looking forward to as many people to come out on the 31st to participate in our job fair. Again, we're going to be interviewing on the spot, doing background checks on the spot, doing everything that we need to do to hire and to onboard our new employees for the upcoming school year. So spread the word. If you know anyone who is interested in any of these positions, again, we want them to come out on Thursday, March 31st. I believe that is 2 weeks. Yes, 2 weeks from today. All right, and that is it for my report. I'm going to turn it over to our Chief of Schools and Academics, and I believe this is her first stakeholder meeting since she has returned from military duty. And so we are excited to have Chief Reed back with us. Well, is Chief Reed coming? All right. Well, Chief Reed and are you going to? Okay, I'll just stop talking and turn it over to Chief.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to be back. But tonight I'm going to let our curriculum coordinator of literacy to share with us some information, and then hopefully we'll get an opportunity to see you next week after she makes these announcements.
All right, let's give it up for Ms. Doyle. Woo!
Good evening, everyone. Just a couple of quick announcements. Report cards will be issued on Friday, March 18th. The MAP testing window will open on April the 1st, and it closes on May 20th.
Ms. Doyle, why does it close on May 20th?
Because that's what the state said.
Okay.
Specific dates for individual schools will be posted on the district website by Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. Next slide. Thank you. All right, so this flyer is in reference to the opt-in tutoring services that the Mississippi Department of Education is offering for free for all students grades 3 through 12. There will be more information given on this service on March 30th. In the Yazoo region, it will be at New Zion Missionary Baptist Church Fellowship Hall, and in the Humphreys region on March 31st at Green Grove Missionary Baptist Church. In addition to giving information about the tutoring services, there will also be discussions about attendance, behavior, as well as academics. There will be several door prizes, and there will also be school level contests. But more information about all of those things will be given at those meetings on those respective dates in those respective places. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Doyle. If I can highlight before our next individual comes up, parents, community members who are watching, I know we get many questions about, what is it that we're going to do to help address the impact that we know, the negative impact that we know the pandemic has had on many of our students in terms of their learning and falling further behind. And in addition to many things that we're doing at the school level, we are excited about this particular service that we are able to offer all of our students in grades 3 through 12. From now, when we get started with it, you'll hear more information about it as it was announced on the 30th and the 31st. But we will have this in place, I believe, until 2024, September 24. So that gives us about a year and a half. Is that a year and a half? It gives us about a year and a half for all of our students to have access to a live tutor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to help address all of the gaps and pieces of information, content information, grade level information, math, science, social studies, history, the whole 9 yards that our students may have missed. And so this is a wonderful opportunity. You've heard us say many times before that we cannot do this by ourselves. And this is a prime example of we cannot do this by ourselves. We have the service that is available to us, but if our parents and students do not take advantage of it, it is going to be for naught. And so we need all of our parents. We know that many of our parents are also concerned about the learning loss and some of the impact that they've seen in their children's academic and learning growth. And so this is an opportunity, another intervention and support that we can provide our students and parents, and we're hoping that we have 100% participation from all of our students in grades 3 to 12. Just wanted to add that plug. And for our ELL students as well, and SPED students, everybody. So we have something to offer in addition to what we do Monday through Friday in schools, and so parents, we need you to jump on the bandwagon and support us and work with us to make sure that we get all of our students the additional help and support that they need. Right, at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Sarah Bailey, our Executive Director of Administrative Services, for her report.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Ms. Bailey. How are you?
Wonderful to be here. Wonderful to share.
It's good to see you.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be seen.
How was your spring break?
Pretty good.
Okay.
No complaints.
Do anything special?
Just got as much as I could. Wonderful to be here and share with each of you in the community. And as always, we share our expenditures to date during our report. So for the Humphreys region, we have spent slightly more than $7 million, so $7.1 million. And on the Yazoo side, $10.3 million. And again, these are the funds that impact our district maintenance account. And so that, of course, is general fund, district expenditures, district sped, alternative school, vocational, as well as our infrastructure funds and athletic activity. We're also reporting on our fund balances for each region. So as of the end of February, Humphreys has a fund balance of 5.9, slightly more than 5.9 million. And Yazoo City, slightly more than 5.2 million. And so we would like to report that our ad valorem taxes, the bulk of them did come in February for Humphreys County. And Yazoo City, the bulk of them will be reported on for the March report.
So because we have not received this batch of ad valorem taxes from Yazoo City, is that the reason why the Yazoo City fund balance is so low?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. For those of you,
But there was a check submitted, I think March 14th. So, but it wouldn't be reflected as of February.
Okay.
And would also like to share that the district issued a request for qualifications for energy service providers, energy saving service providers. And so that RFQ was finalized in terms of submissions on yesterday at 2 p.m. So our district team will begin the process of evaluating those proposals, and the winning proposal or the best proposal that's submitted will be selected, and the companies will be notified. And that is all for administrative services.
wow, Ms. Bailey, you normally take up a good 20 minutes of time.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is our operations report coming from the newly minted Dr. Harrison Michael.
Thank you, sir. Well, good evening, stakeholders. I'll be presenting some updates for the Humphreys and Yazoo regions on our facility projects that we have upcoming. First, we'll begin with the Yazoo City project updates. We recently went through the bidding process to select a general contractor for the majority of the projects that will be taking place in Yazoo City. Mid-State Construction was the contractor that won that bid, selected as a general contractor. We actually went out today to do pre-site work for the classroom additions and building renovations that, began today, at McCoy Elementary School. Just to note that this list is not all inclusive. These are just the highlights of the things that you will see first. We have, projects that are coming out in phases, but these are the things that you will see first on the update, and you will receive updates as projects become, bidded out and, come to fruition, later on, throughout the year. The next thing you'll see, Yazoo City High School, restroom renovations and classroom painting projects. Those will begin this summer when students have exited the buildings. For those of you, we received a few issues and complaints. These are things that are not initially in the projects, but were added after talking with Dr. Wright, and leadership team. We have had some concerns with vehicles in the parking lot at Yazoo City High. So during the executive cabinet meeting, we did want to know that we've started receiving quotes for parking lot repair for the Yazoo City High School parking lot. Also to note that all schools under this renovation project will receive heating, ventilation, and air conditioning upgrades, as well as roofing renovation and upgrades.
Can you go back one slide? I just want to add something to our stakeholders who are listening. I know that many of us get lots of text messages and emails about the road conditions at Yazoo City High School, and I think that we tried to explain while we were delaying addressing it. I just want to reiterate again that we are getting ready to start or have already started a major construction project at McCoy Elementary School. That our concern was we did not, and we were advised not to make the complete repairs to the road because with all of the construction trucks and vehicles coming in and out of the entrance, it was going to make it even worse. And so we were trying to delay addressing the entire road until that project was completed. However, the potholes seem to be multiplying and growing. And so we are going to do some repairs to them. I don't think we're planning to fully address them.
No, it will not be a complete overlay. That's why it's a repair. So you'll identify the deepest holes, those that we can section off in squares and fill those worst to least dangerous, like I said.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay. I have to wait for the vote. All right, now on to Humphreys County project updates. We actually had a wonderful meeting yesterday with our engineers that were selected for that project, IMS engineers, selected to oversee the renovation project in Humphreys County. The projects that you will see started this summer, including phase 1, will include the cafeteria renovation and expansion. You will see.
Where will those cafeteria renovations be taking place at?
At Humphreys County High School,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
In response to COVID, we can expand and renovate and upgrade our cafeterias to make it safe for our students. Also, the Performing Arts Complex, it was damaged during the ice storm of last year. So now we'll be beginning to renovate the roof repair, pipe repair, also to include audio visual upgrades with lighting, speakers, microphones. Next, we have the athletic field renovation and upgrades to include new track installation at Humphreys County Athletic Fields. Both field houses will be renovated and upgraded. The football, baseball, softball fields will be resurfaced, renovated with sprinkler systems added. Also, sound systems will be added to the football field with new scoreboards. All schools will receive, again, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning upgrades and roofing renovation and upgrades. Also to note, that's not listed here, included in the field renovation are the addition of newly constructed concession stands, restrooms, ticket booths. All that is included in the upgrade of the field renovation at Humphreys County High School for that project. So those are the things you'll see first coming up from the Humphreys County side. And again, as these projects are phased in to phase out to the construction phase, we'll give you updates and you'll see more to come after we get these phase 1 projects started.
And we aren't going to make any promises, but we are working with our project managers for the Hope of making the hope of some of these projects being completed prior to the beginning of the school year.
Correct.
I know we are targeting the football renovations. We may have to delay a couple of home games or something at the beginning of the school year. I mean, at the beginning of the football season next year. But we're trying to expedite many of these projects that they could be completed prior to our first home football game for next year. I know for those of you listening and watching, we have been talking about this for a while, but because of several things beyond our control, the work has kind of been delayed. We're getting close to getting the contract and actually getting started.
So, next thing you'll see, coming out, hopefully next week, by the end of next week, we'll be, issuing, requests for proposals, and for the Belzona projects, for the Humphreys County projects. That should be coming out in the newspaper, hopefully next week or week after, so that we can start the bidding process or receiving bids, so we can move forward on these projects as quick as possible, because we do know we're working with, supply chain demand issues. We have multiple schools and entities ordering materials and certain units that they're doing renovations for also. So we just want to make sure that we understand what we're dealing with, but we're trying to get the best bang for our buck. So we're gonna take our time to do the things right, but we're trying to get the ball rolling as quick as possible. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Michael. All right, we are now at Community Voice, and we have one question that has been sent, and the question is there a determination for the dress code for the 22-23 school year? And so if you may or may not recall for this current school year, the 2021-22 school year, we made a decision to implement a non-uniform requirement across all of our schools, all grade levels. And our plan is to continue with that for next school year. So we do not plan to go back to school uniforms. We plan to continue enforcing the dress code that is currently in place in all of our schools. Any more questions? That's it. All right. Moving on to the business item section of our agenda. All right, we have agenda item letter A, approval of personnel actions. We have numbers 1 through 7, resignations all the way to recommendations for hire in both regions, certified staff recommendations for next school year, certified staff recommendations for next school year, and all of our principal and assistant recommendations for the 22-23 school year.
I move to approve agenda item A 1 through 7.
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Dr. Michael, I have to get used to saying that, and soon to be Dr. Bailey. We're giving you some gentle nudge to complete your process, ma'am. So those items have been approved. Moving on to letter B, approval of agreements and contracts. We have numbers 1 through 24. Lots of agreements and contracts listed there on your agenda. Can I have a motion to approve?
I move that we approve our agreements and contracts, agenda item B, 16 through 24, item 16 through 24.
1 through 24. Yeah.
What you said?
Right there.
1 through 24.
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Ms. Bailey, second by Dr. Michael. Next item, we have letter C, approval of business and financial items, our claims docket for both regions, and we have a couple of claims dockets, and homeless training feedback, items 1 through 4.
I wish to approve item C 1 through 4.
Second.
All right, it has been moved by Chief Reed, second by Dr. Michael. Next item is letter D, approval of policy. We are adopting a couple of policies dealing with bereavement and leave.
Move that we approve item D.
It's been moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Dixon, second by Ms. Bailey. And then our last business item of the evening, approval of donations. We have 5 donations, 1 through 5.
Move to approve item E 1 through 5.
All right, it's been moved by Dr. Michael and seconded by Chief Reed. All right, we have our baseball and fast pitch softball schedule. These are announcements as we get ready to close our meeting. And you can see the schedule. And so we're encouraging all of our community to come out and support both our baseball and our fast pitch softball games. If you can't see this, it will be posted on our website as soon as this meeting is over. But again, we encourage all of our community to come out and support our student athletes. It's our track schedule and powerlifting. These are all of, I believe, all of our spring sports as we close out this school year. And same thing for the Yazoo region, baseball, fast pitch, softball schedules, and the track and field and powerlifting schedule for Yazoo City High School. And again, we encourage all of our community to come out and support our student athletes. And as we close, just a reminder that we have another vaccine drive in Humphreys County, I believe it's this Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at it is going to be located, which is what? Humphreys County High School. Who did this fire? Again, so there will be door prizes and other incentives given out to those who participate in this vaccine drive on Saturday at Humphreys County High School. Again, just a reminder about the job fair. And you'll hear more about this. We'll be posting about it, making announcements about it, and sending out announcements about it. And you will hear lots of information encouraging our parents and students to participate in our tutoring program. So I believe that is it for this evening. Thank you for joining. Have a great evening.